Welcome back. Republican lawmakers, including our next guest, are calling out the administration's woke policies on the military, warning about the life and death consequences, not only for the heroes who serve in the U.S. Military, but the Americans they protect. Congresswoman Ashley Hinson joins us now to explain. Good morning, Congresswoman. I saw this op-ed yourself, Tom Cotton, put out. Explain to me why this is life or death.
Well, it's pretty simple. This is about safety and security in our communities, both here in Iowa and across the country. And wokeness has no place in our U.S. military, period. So it's unfortunate that we've seen under the Biden administration, with him as our commander-in-chief, we've seen some in the Department of Defense prioritize pronouns over preparedness. And so that's the senator and I's point here, is saying we need to get back to the basics here of what our U.S. military needs to be doing. It's about preparedness. It's about making sure that we can step up and defend our country in a time when our adversaries, who do not have our best interests at heart, are continuing to advance and focus on their military. So that's what the senator and I are calling for with our military here in the U.S.
Yeah, there's really kind of two issues at play here, right? One of them has to do with how effective our military is as it exists. The other one has to do with our ability to get people to join to serve in it to begin with. We've got a graphic here just talking about how bad our recruiting is. The Army is 15,000 soldiers short. The National Guard, 7,500 service members short. The Navy met 10% of its goal, and the Marine Corps met 30% of its goal. Listen, when I joined in 2010, there was no way the Marine Corps was going to miss out on its goal just by its nature. And then this week we have this headline where the Marine Corps doesn't want sir or ma'am. Do you think these are directly related?
Well, absolutely. You know, our military is a proud institution, and thank you for your service as well. I'd be remiss if I didn't say that. And to everyone who served our country who's watching this morning, I think it goes without saying, though, we need to be focused on these priorities. We're hearing about our Air Force cadets being taught to not say the word terrorist and to be gender inclusive. I think the last thing we should be worried about right now is offending someone who does not have our best interests at heart and is actually working to do us harm. So, again, let's replace every one of these woke gender ideology classes with a class on battle preparedness and military readiness. That's what we should be focused on. I think it was a great victory that we were able to eliminate the COVID-19 vaccine. We had a lot of people who are not signing up for the military right now because they know they don't want to get that vaccine. We had people leave the military because of that. So again, let's focus on these priorities. It's preparedness over these pronouns. It's preparedness over all these other priorities that this administration continues to push, which weakens our military and hence our ability to keep Americans safe.
Yeah, I joined the Marine Corps back in 2005. I'm older than I think I am, I guess. And but I joined because there was a war in Afghanistan I felt like I needed to be a part of to defend my country. You know, the Biden administration just ended that war very unceremoniously. Do you think young Americans still connect military service with defending this country and with patriotism?
Absolutely, I do. And I think that's what this is about. This is at the heart of the people who are standing up to serve our country and keep our country safe. It's about patriotism, not about all of these other priorities. So again, let's get back to the basics. Let's make sure that our military is prepared to take on China, Russia, all these countries that continue to expand their militaries and invest in their militaries. Guarantee you, when they're hearing that we're doing gender ideology classes in our military, they're doing backflips and celebrating that because they perceive that as weakness. So again, let's end the military wokeness. I've actually launched a website, endmilitarywokeness.com. Join our fight in this. Let's push back against the administration's policies here. Let's focus on keeping our military strong so we can keep Americans safe.
Yeah, you know, the Marine Corps sold me on 3 words: honor, courage, and commitment. Thank you for speaking up on this, Congresswoman. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.